Sup, Doremicon? Heretic you here with a response video. First of all, great video. Covered a lot about these new rumors in 40K, and though I have a lot of respect for you, I have to fundamentally disagree with you on this one. If these changes are in fact true, it's actually exciting, and it's actually making me reconsider whether or not I am leaving 40K. One of the points you brought up was that there was a sense of a return to second edition and APOC, and kind of putting those two, mashing those two together. Now, I started playing 40K back in second edition, and it is still my favorite edition. So if they're including elements of second edition, then I'm in. I'm in for sure. Now, you'd mentioned deployment being one of your main concerns about it's no longer being on a dice roll. I think that's a plus. I think being able to bid for first turn lends itself to more strategy than leaving it up to a random dice roll. That's one of the things I did not like about 5th, was that deployment and first turn was all decided by a single dice roll. With this, I think if it's true, you can actually plan out strategies as far as having different wagers. You can also plan for that. I mean, you could plan, say there's instances where you don't want to go first, then you would have stratagems planned out ahead of time for that type of scenario. Or if you are really wanting first turn, then you would have a set stratagems for that case, and you can build around that instead of leaving it up to a dice roll. You also mentioned that there were different levels of the game. There's like you can include super heavies and campaign mode, where your players would get experience points. I think that was what is lacking in every edition of 40K, was that you really couldn't. Campaign mode was an afterthought, so I'm looking forward to it as a player to run a campaign and have my troops level up, and I'm kind of really interested in seeing what type of options that would give players. Solid Smurf had mentioned that they're widening the gap by making the rules more complex. Now, I think that is an inherent flaw in any game, where new players are always going to struggle against a veteran player. There's not much you can do about that. And furthermore, more complex rules lends itself to more tactics. And 5th edition, 4th edition, and 3rd edition, all those editions, my biggest complaint was that it was becoming more simplified. And I can see where players like it because it's faster, like you said. But for a casual player like myself, if going back to if the rumors are true, then for me a casual game might take longer, but it'd be much more engaging than it has been as of late. As far as shooting goes, I I don't know if you've ever played second edition, but they used to have modifiers for distance and you know the speed of your target, and it sounds like they're trying to go back to that. I think that one, um, there's a lot of things you can do tactically with that. A lot of tactical options, rewarding players for brilliant moves, as opposed to how it is now. My ballistic skill will hit. Doesn't matter if the target moved 24 or stood still. And I think it's a bit more realistic if they are in fact leaning towards this. So you touched on a lot of things. It was a really entertaining video. I hope you go more into it. And like I said, my initial take is that 40K had increasingly become more simplistic, and so as a gamer, I can appreciate them trying something new. And I almost think that it might be an epic fail for JW, or it might be rebooting the entire game and changing it this much. Might you re-energize it, because there's been minor tweaks between 5th and 4th, but a lot of the changes that we're talking about are so fundamentally different that it becomes a different game. So we're all going to become noobs at this, and so it's kind of reinvigorating to learn the game all over again. And so anyways, those are my initial thoughts. And I personally might actually go back to 40K. I'd have to really, these rules, we don't even know if they're real. If they are, I would have to try a few games, but nevertheless, I'm excited. So that's my take on it, and I hope you can appreciate a different view. And no disrespect. Heretic out.